Welcome to Enlightened Beings, where we explore timeless truths woven through the fabric of the Torah and how they relate to our lives today. Today's episode is called Wisdom's House. It's about two women, which is discussed in Proverbs by King Solomon, and it's a parable of faith and folly. I'm your host, Natan Halevi. We're going to dive deeper into this profound allegory, which is about two women, this picture that King Solomon is illustrating for us. One wise and one is foolish. They aren't just characters, they are symbols, they're a metaphor for two very different paths in life. One leads to wisdom, fulfillment, and life. The other leads to folly, emptiness, and ultimately destruction. So settle in and let's open the door to wisdom's house. So Solomon opens with these words: wisdom has built her house, she has hewn out her 7 pillars. So it seems like it's a very poetic phrase, but it really has a lot of deep meaning in this phrase. So the word for wisdom in Hebrew that Solomon uses, he actually uses the plural. He calls it wisdoms. In Hebrew it's chokhmot, and it's not an accident that he says wisdoms with a plural. He's suggesting that all the wisdoms of the world are really contained in the Torah if we look deeper. Philosophy, ethics, science, spirituality, all of them have their roots in divine wisdom. So there's this house that's built on 7 pillars. 7 in the Torah usually is alluding to completeness and something that is many. So like 7 days of creation, which is completeness. Here, the Torah means that the Torah is resting on a complete and unshakable foundation. It's a structure that's built to last. So how does the wise woman in this parable operate? She doesn't rely on servants. She prepares her food. She mixes her wine. She sets her table all by herself. So it's a beautiful metaphor for the Torah helping us to become self-sufficient. And the Torah is self-sufficient. Everything you need for your spiritual nourishment and sustenance is already prepared in the Torah. It's a set table. What does this lovely woman do next? She sends out her maidens. What does that mean? She's extending her invitation. Her voice is calling out. She says, whoever is simple, let him turn in here. She's not only offering wisdom, she's inviting everyone to partake, even those who feel unworthy or unready. She says, come eat my bread, drink the wine I have mixed. Forsake foolishness and live. So there's something very deeply personal in that invitation. It's not just an idea, it's a meal. It's sustaining, it's nourishing. It's a home. It's a life-giving way. But the chapter doesn't end there. Solomon then introduces us to another woman, the opposite of wisdom. Actually, it's the diametric opposite of it. She is loud. She's ignorant. She sits at the entrance of her house, drawing attention to herself, but offering nothing. Unlike the wise woman, she hasn't built anything. She just sits at the door, trying to look impressive. And what is her message? Stolen waters are sweet. Bread eaten in secret is pleasant. So this is obviously a metaphor. She's trying to entice with temptation, with secrecy, with indulgence. But the text is really revealing the truth behind her words and her invitation. Where are her guests ending up? They end up in the depths of the grave. Whereas wisdom builds and gives life, folly destroys. Whereas the Torah gives us nourishment and sustenance, this foolishness offers decay and death. So Solomon's parable isn't just about two women, it's about two worldviews. Two voices that are calling out to us. One is rooted in divine truth, and the other is in deception. And here's the key point. Both women are calling to us. The question is, which voice are we listening to? This is in our life. Which voice are we going to listen to? Which energy are we going to allow into our lives? And this ties into something very beautiful, that there's a story of Rabbi Yeshua ben Hanania. He was speaking to a Roman emperor. He said to the Roman emperor, he said that those who are outside The faith might have every access to every philosophy they desire, but they would always remain outside the fold unless they chose to enter inside the fold. So the wise woman is calling from within. Her house is full of meaning and life. The foolish woman stays at the door because there's nothing inside worth seeing, so she has to try to entice. So today, let's ask ourselves, are we stepping inside wisdom's house, or are we lingering outside with all the noise and distraction? Thank you for joining me on this journey through Proverbs. If this episode resonated with you, please share it. And if you'd like to hear more deep dives like this, please subscribe, leave a review, and check out our previous episodes, and it will help others discover our podcast. Until next time, let's all walk in understanding, and may the table of wisdom always be set before us. God bless you all.